All right, so in this video, I'm going to talk to you about building pipelines and setting up triggers in high level. Now, you're also going to need to add campaigns, and more than likely, you'll probably need to add like a funnel page. So like, let's talk about it first from a very, very high level, pun intended, perspective. Let me pull up my little drawings for you, and what we'll do is we'll hop straight into something, and I'm going to share my screen. So obviously, if you guys are unfamiliar with high level, this is what it looks like. Sorta. Mine's customized a little bit. Okay, mine's customized a little bit. And if you are interested in learning about this video, there's definitely going to be links below this video where you can go ahead and grab the one snapshot away, basic training and stuff like that. Let me let this guy out. Go ahead, buddy. I got my little, my office friend with me. Keeps me company. But anyways, let's go ahead and look at what I'm talking about. So let's talk about the bigger picture. I want to, put this on the screen real quickly. And, the idea is, okay, and again, it's a little blurry. I know it's going to be blurry, but, I'll try to like unblur it. But what's the whole idea about setting up pipelines and setting up campaigns and setting up, triggers? Like, what is it all about? And so what you're trying to do as an agency owner yourself and for clients is you're trying to get leads. You got to get people that are interested in your service, your product. Get my camera here. And you've got to introduce them. You got to do all these different things. And so high level really is a good solution for that. It's able to do multiple functions, like all in one system. So let's talk about this for a minute. So how are you going to get people interested in the product? Are you going to run on the streets? Are you going to run an ad? Are you going to run TV? And when you do that, how are they going to communicate to you? So will they call a phone number in? They may do that. Will they submit a form? Well, let's talk about that one because that is the most common one, right? And so where will they submit a form? Will it be on your website? If it's on your website, not high level related, you can take form code from high level and put it on your website. If you're inside of high level, well then, you can actually build a landing page, right? So that's where we'll start off, is that you'll need some type of opt-in form. And generally you want to make it a little pretty and put it on like a page. So let's go and do this part first. Okay, so we'll go do that part. So essentially over here, you can just go and get a funnel. And I'm going to go ahead and just name this the digital Nomad, because that's what we're kind of doing here. And so I've got a little funnel, and then I can just go in here real quick and just add a page. So I'm just going to call it opt-in. With high level, you just opt in real quickly like that, and we'll just create it real fast. All right, so now we have a page that we can actually like send people to that's on the internet. So let's just get a full width section. We'll just do that real quick. I'm just going to pop in. It's just going to be real simple, guys. It's real quick. Boom, opt in. Element. We would probably put a little image over here. Here's what you're going to get. And then over here is where you want to put a form, right? So this is where you want to put a form to grab it. So we're going to need to go and create a form. Okay. So we'll go over here. It's going to pop us over to another window. If you notice what it's doing. And so we need to get this information. So I'll call this one the digital nomad. Let me just ignore this real quick. This is going to be the digital nomad opt-in form. Okay. Opt-in form. So fields. So maybe I'll take their first name, their email, and their phone. And then just don't forget to add a nice little button. I'm not going to go through styling all this little different stuff. I'm just going to do this and leave it. But now we have a form, right? So now we have a form. So we'll come back. It's generally not going to, there it is. It actually appeared. That's good. High level is getting good. I didn't think it was going to appear without refreshing, but there you go. And so what we're trying to do is get people into the system. So what do you want to do? Do you want to give them something? So I don't think I have anything in here. Let me just go take a look at what we've got for media. Yeah, there's nothing. But we would put in a book, right? So let me just do this. We'll just go ebook mockup or whatever, like a video. How about that one? Let's make it even better. Let's like, I'll just leave this for demonstration purposes. Ebook mockup, right? So we'll just say you get this. There you go. That's what you're going to get. You're going to opt in and grab that book. There it is. That's looking good. There's our form. Here's our funnel builder. There's our image. There's that. There's this. There's that. Boom, in, and we're up and running, right? So this is, hey, opt in, buddy. Opt in. So not to get too technical with everything that's going on here. I'm just going to bypass some of these windows. So now we have this whole thing, right? So again, we're talking about building triggers, pipelines, all this different stuff, but you may need this stuff first. Now there's many ways to get, funnels, right? I mean, you could pull in copies, you can do all this different stuff. ClickFunnels, High Level has this function with ClickFunnels, which is pretty cool, but we have a page. You're going to ultimately want to add a domain for the funnel. So you would add a domain so that it can be public. I'm not going to go through that in this video. I'm sure there's more videos on YouTube or somewhere where you can add a domain, but you'll add it. You just do that simply by going down to your settings, and in your settings, you go to domains, and then you go add a domain. You just record this little thing right here. They have a cool little video if you need. You simply put an A record at this IP address, and then your domain will appear. All right, so now we have our funnel, right? We have something to get in here. People are going to go in here. So now what's going to happen next? All right, so let's actually talk this out. What actually happens next? And so this is really what you want to actually be looking at. So, in the overall picture, before you actually start building, I would highly recommend that you draw out something like this. This was made in like Funnelytics on a free account. It is expensive for the software. If you are looking to do stuff like this, I do highly recommend to just use draw.io. Draw.io. It's like cheap. I mean, it's called free. It hooks up to Google. It goes into your forms, into your files. So you just connect it to Google Drive. You're good to go. We'll create a new diagram. You could do, a flow chart. It would help you like start right out. If you want, you can pick anything you want. Use root folder. No. And again, it just goes right inside of your, your Google Drive if you want to do that. And I'm just going to go stick it in this one for now. That looks good. And so you can actually keep all your stuff. But this is a really good tool that I use for my company. I have it all drawn out, just to like kind of speed the training along. I won't go in and show you all the detailed ones that I've done, but there you go. So, okay, so where they're going to come into? Okay, so here first, no, boom. So you have like opt-in, what's going to go next. And, you can move these all around. You can add any little shape you want. They have all these different shapes. You can move them. You can type in them. It's a really good, and it's free. It's free. So anyways, we got off track, and let's go back to our picture. So we've got this now here, which is for our opt-in. So we're able to send people here. So now what's going to happen is, well, what are we going to do? After they fill out the form, this is where triggers comes in, valves and pipelines. What do we want to do? We actually want to like send them what they asked for, right? Can I draw on this? Ooh, let's just see. Like we want to send them what they asked for. Okay, so I want to actually deliver the report. So in order to do that, I'm probably going to have to create a trigger. Okay, so that's how it's going to work. So their email, so there you go. So now I'll go through and do this, but else what we want to do is we want to add an opportunity. We want to create a pipeline. Like every new lead that we get, we want to stick them into the pipeline. We're going to want to like, make sure that we deliver their stuff. We want to notify people. And so this is really where it comes in about building triggers and your pipelines and stuff, okay? So we're going to go do this real quick. What we're going to do is we're going to set up a trigger that after they fill out the form, we're going to add them to a campaign, right? We're going to add them to a campaign, and a campaign is just deliver the lead magnet. That's it. Deliver what they opted in for. The next thing we want to do is we want to actually put them into a pipeline, right? We put them into a pipeline. But then what we can do following that is we can add them to another campaign to keep following up with them, right? You can keep following up with those. That's how this can all work. And what I'm doing here is every single email is driving people back to buy, because we're going to have an offer if you ever want to get into that stuff. All right, so let's go physically do this, and let's opt in and go actually do it. So I'll move this over. I'll get rid of this. That's just a good tool for you to use that I use. Okay, so there is that. So one of the first things, I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to go campaign, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to organize my work. So I'm going to call this the digital nomad, right? So the digital nomad, I'm organizing my work because high level can get real messy real fast. Okay, so inside of digital nomad, I've already said that I needed to create 2 campaigns, right? I need add to campaign, which is one to deliver, and another one to actually going to do these follow-up things. So I'll just go add them real quick. So create campaign. This will be, I like to do this just so I can keep everything tracked. Digital nomad, deliver lead magnet. There's my folder. There's number 1. So what's going to happen with this folder? Campaign configurations. You'll have to watch another video on that, but let's just get into the basics. So I'm going to send an email. All right. So this is send an email, and this is your lead magnet you requested, right? So your lead magnet you requested. And so what you're going to need to do in here is you're going to need to put a link. So, you know, like download now, and you can just like go like this real quick, real easy. And you can put a link to like a Google shared file. And that's it. That basically, you know, obviously you know, it goes without saying, you know, you can, you know, go in here and blah, blah, blah. Thank you for buying, blah, blah, blah. Thank you. This is my business. You're so wonderful, you know, stuff like that. And you can put in your pictures if you want, right? So that's the first one, which is deliver, which Aaron is not spelling well. Hey now, deliver the lead magnet, right? I'm just going to deliver the lead magnet. That's it. Over, done. Great. Deliver the lead magnet. Now what else we're going to do? Create a campaign. This will be the digital nomad, and this could be the, you know, follow up. So this could be the nurture sequence, the nurture campaign. And so all I'm going to do in here, if you guys are going to get really into this, mods will do this too, right? So email, you know, get in here, put that nurture stuff in there. Boom. Okay. Let's take a minute to pause for a commercial break. Here, I got something for you, because maybe you're thinking of this, you'd be like, well, Aaron, I don't have a lead magnet. Aaron, I don't want to write all these emails. Neither do I, dude. Neither do I. So let's go and look at what we have here. So inside of this, if you noticed, I actually have a little zip file. There is a, these are just a bunch of assets that I got. And if you look inside of here, there's all these articles that are already written, that are followed up. There's email swipes that I can go and put in here. There's social media images that I can get in here. Here's even the images of the books. I'm not an artist, right? I'm not an artist, but inside of here, all of this stuff is already ready for me, right? So where do I get this stuff? I'll just show you. So these packets, if you're looking to generate leads and all this different stuff, and again, because it's what my thing is, I'm about leads. What you can do is you can head over to, I think it's called Resale Rights Weekly Members, right? If you're a member, you can join, because it's very expensive to join this. Very expensive. I'm not even going to tell you how much it is. You can go try to find it out yourself, because it's very, very, very expensive. Super expensive. None of you are going to be able to afford this if you do it. I can tell you that right now. Absolutely not. It's $10. Okay, so product search. Sorry, I had a sneeze. But maybe you want to do something with Facebook, right? So Facebook search. And so all the way over here, Here's, hey, you guys want to go brag about Facebook Live? Hey, here's how you do Facebook Live. Here's some techniques. Here's this, right? All you got to do is just download it, right? So download Facebook Mastery Live. They even have like all the videos and stuff in here. And show in folder, boom, 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 show in folder, Facebook. I'm waiting for it to download. Just give it a second. Once it downloads, there it is, Facebook Mystery Live. Unpack it, and boom, I got all the folders I need. I got everything already made, done. I got my sales videos, mind map, cheat sheet, articles, banners, emails, social media, articles. Look at this, already done. I've got like all the emails already done. All right. So anyways, let's go back to our regularly scheduled program already in progress. Okay. So you make an intro campaign. There you go. Add email. Boom. Add email. Right. So this is that next one. Copy and paste the stuff over. Copy and paste it over. Done. There it is. Oh, I need a subject line. That's my subject line. Okay, so there it is. So boom, it's all been carried over, and you would make this out and go through this. And obviously you want to set these things to be a little bit more, days, every day. And again, I'm not getting into the technical part here. I'm just showing you the overall done. All right, so very much there we are. So now, whoa, what did I do? I clicked something, didn't I? Campaigns, Digital Nomad. There's my 2 Digital Nomad campaigns. All right, let's go back to the drawing board and figure out now what is next, the pipeline, right? We're going to need to create the pipeline. Let me just go see my Digitalpreneur, Digital Nomad. Here we go. Okay, so we've created this and we've created this. So now the whole point is when they fill out the form, we got to set off the triggers, And so before I go and do this, I'm just going to create a pipeline real quick to add to opportunities, because that's what pipeline is. Okay, the pipeline is the opportunities. And so there we go. We'll go over here and I'll move this over. And down here under settings, pipelines. And what I like to do is I like to name them. So this will be Digital Nomad. Okay, and then this would be new lead. Maybe you're contacting. This is what I like to do. You can follow along if you want. In contact. Booked call. I like to put follow-up. And then from here, I like to put, whether it's going to be, won or loss. So loss. So I usually put 1 here and loss. This is just what I'm doing. I'm not saying that you have to do it, but again, I just keep it right there. Oh, the other part that we forgot to do was purchased. Because for this one, I just happen to have a purchase on it. So I'm going to leave this one right about there. Okay, this will be purchased. Because they may end up buying an upsell, and I'm not getting into that, but I'm just letting you know. But now we have our Digital Nomad. So now let's get into the trigger and the opportunities. Okay, so this is a general setup. Trigger. Here it is. Whoa, heck no. So just so you know, when you first get a high-level account, you can import like whole snapshots. And they've got a lot of stuff filled out in here. And it's a really good way for you to reverse engineer. A pro tip, if you are going to do this and reverse engineer and go and look at what like professionals have already built so that you can see how it works. What I do is like this. I just go like this and just put, like default. I just make a folder and then like, I was just moving everything in here, just, oops, I didn't want to edit it. And you can leave this so that you can go learn. Like the idea is learn. I can tell you right now, by signing up for the software, you're not going to be able to use it. You're going to have to actually invest person hours. I was going to say man hours, but you can't do that anymore. You're going to have to invest person hours, and you're going to have to like go do it. This is why I truly highly recommend that like you use my one snapshot away. And I'm not trying to be, like funny about it, but it literally takes you through all of the processes. So you've actually pressed the buttons, you know where things are. You're not just watching tutorial videos. But I like to do default. So new folder, this is going to be for what? Digital Nomad. Okay. So this will be for Digital Nomad. There it is. Done. So now let's go and create that trigger. So does anybody want to guess? Put it in the chat if you're here. The video is lagging. All right. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I got it recording. So for people that's going to see it, maybe it won't lag for you. All right, so this trigger name, so I like to, again, name everything from me, Digital Nomad, and this will be new lead, you know, and you can put in other stuff if you want to put opt-in, you know, however you need to know what it is. Okay, let's get it into our folders. Boom, new lead opt-in. And so now what's going to happen is, okay, what happened here is that a form was submitted. Which form? Form is what? Form is the Digital Nomad opt-in form. Okay, so now we can achieve a few things here. Number one is let's go and add it to our opportunity where the Digital Nomad pipeline, which stage, if you want to give it names, like I use custom variables like this, like I use contact first name, space, contact last name, bar. And then like, I like to put down like the actual thing they downloaded. If you're doing it, you can, if you're actually putting multiple things, leads, whatever you want to put, you can actually put stuff in there. Okay. Your opportunity source, if you're directly running Facebook ads, or if it's from your Facebook group, if you want to track it, by all means, you can do it. You know, if you want to go and put in like an astronomical lead value and then take screenshots of your high level and go post them on Facebook and tell everybody you're cool, you can do that, right? So you can be like, this is worth $1,500 every single one that pops in. And then you can see that like you got like 10 leads and you can go tell people that you have 15,000 in potential revenue from 10 leads. That's a joke, by the way, if no one's catching it. But anyways, do that. Statuses, if you're keeping track of statuses, you don't have to do that. And so that's it. So now we've added to an opportunity. So now we want to actually deliver the lead magnet. I want to deliver something that they requested. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to add to campaign. Which campaign? The delivery one, right? Now see why I get very, very detailed in naming this stuff, even when I misspell. It looks like soap, Unilever, is because they don't have the folders inside of here when you go to actually do them. Like it's all like in here to see it. So keep this in mind if you are on a single account and you're adding a bunch of stuff to your account. All right. And I'm not just saying for you. Remember, you guys are going to eventually like get to the point where this is second nature. Like if you're just getting started with it and it's confusing, like remember that moment. Remember it. Because you're going to get to a point where it all makes sense. You're going to be like, oh, it's just going to click one day. It's going to click. And it's going to be like, oh, this makes complete sense. I totally get it. Da, 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 da. But then you're going to get customers. And the customers are going to struggle. So keep that in mind. So this is why I'm labeling everything. That it's all labeled DN. Look at it, it's even alphabetical order. So if you have a lot of stuff, you can definitely get a little crazier. So I'm going to deliver the lead magnet. Okay, so there it is. So there is my trigger. It delivers the lead magnet. All right, let's go back to our chart now. So at this point, we have got people that came into our funnel. Can I use that word? And they filled out the form. We have a trigger that gives them the thing they requested. We also have a trigger that, or a setting of the trigger that puts them into the opportunities. It put it into the pipeline. So now we're tracking, okay? Now, the other thing that we're talking about here is like, do we send them this email message, stuff like this, okay? Let me talk with you real quick because I'm not going to do it while I'm here, but I'm going to explain something to you real quickly. And this is just like kind of like from experience. So do you want to add everybody to this email nurture sequence if you are selling an opt-in? So for example, if you are selling an OTO, I'm not going to assume that most of you are not, but for those of you that are, here's an advanced ninja hack to figure it out. What you're going to do is you're going to create another campaign, which we've already have that. And what you want to do is you want to actually delay people that go into it, and you want to filter by if they purchased or not. Now, the way that I found this was best is that I know based upon statistics that 70, 80, 90, 95% of the people are not going to buy. There's definitely going to be a majority of people that are not going to buy. More people will not buy than people will buy, like a significant amount. So knowing that, I've set it up so that everybody that comes into the system automatically goes into this campaign. Everybody does after 1 day, only if they did not purchase, right? So everybody goes in there, but if you happen to be one of those 5 or 10% of people that purchase the OTO, which is generally about the statistics, depending on the funnel you're running, it could be higher, then I would pull them out, okay? But I'm just going to assume everybody's not, and I'm going to push them in. So it's kind of like a pro tip, and it's something that, you know, if this is confusing to you, or if you're at that point and you want to know more, comment below the video. Leave me a comment on YouTube or something. And so anyways, I'm going to assume that everyone's going to go into here, okay? Because what I got over here, if you notice, this is a thank you page, which is an opt-in page, which we're not building here, but I'm just telling you, you don't have to do this. You can simply just do this. Lead opt-in to thank you page. That's it. Lead opt-in to thank you page. You don't have to make it complex. All right. Now that we're there, let's go back and see it all, right? So the whole question that people are looking for is building triggers and setting up pipelines. So just to recap, I would, number one, make sure that you have your own, I like to have separate pipelines. I just do. That's what I like. I want to know how many leads I'm getting in a certain pipeline. And when you go to view your pipelines, they're under opportunities, you can go and view. Like, okay, how many am I getting in Digital Nomad? How many am I getting with this other lead magnet? How am I getting with this lead magnet? Because eventually you're going to invest in your business and run ads, or you're going to do something to invest, and you want to track that information. If not for you, then for your clients. Okay. And you can actually see, like, geez, this lead magnet is working really well. Or this lead magnet's not working really well. You know, you can do that. Just checking my time here. Good to go. All right. So, and so then we have a pipeline. So then from there, what you'll do is go in and just create your emails, like the campaigns. Okay. So this is like the stuff that's going to go out. Maybe you're going to actually text them. You know, maybe you're going to do something else more, but you do that all inside the campaigns. And so now all you need is the manager, which I call the triggers, to just tell everybody how to make it work. And so now you have your triggers and you tell everybody how to make it work, right? How to make it work. So, all right, that is an overview on being able to building triggers and setting up pipelines with a bunch of little extracurricular teachings in there. So I hope you learned something. And I appreciate you being around. Thank you so much.